All right, so now that we're done with the two questions, let us move on to the review questions. On the next page, I will do part A and B with you, um, and perhaps also C. I'll need you all to complete the rest on your own. Okay, so let's start with part A. So going through the same process again, we have magnesium oxide, which is a reactant. It reacts with hydrochloric acid to form aqueous magnesium chloride and water. This is a very typical acid plus base reaction where you get salt and water, and you will learn this in your next chapter on acids and bases. So let's write down the word equation. I have magnesium oxide reacting with hydrochloric acid, and it produces magnesium chloride plus water. Okay, let us convert this into its chemical formula now. For magnesium oxide, the very first one, this is an ionic compound, so let us look at the periodic table. Magnesium is found in group 2, so it is an ion with a charge of 2 plus. Oxide, it ends with IDE, right? Oxide, it ends with IDE, so it is an ion of oxygen with a charge of 2 minus. Okay, so let us write down the formula. So this will be, I have Mg2 plus and O2 minus. Okay, if I crisscross the charges, this will be MgO. And please write it as the lowest common factor because I've got 2 and 2 for MgO, right? So let's just reduce it to 1 and 1. For hydrochloric acid, the name of it starts with hydro. It is acid with just the monatomic chloride ion. Okay, so I have H plus ions, I have Cl minus ion. You can refer to your theory book for the guide on writing acids reaction. So the formula of this is HCl. Okay, and on the other side of the equation, I have magnesium chloride. Again, this is group 2 for magnesium, so I've got Mg2 plus. Cl from the periodic table, you can see that it is group 7. Okay, so this is Cl minus. So our formula, when you cross it over, this is MgCl2 plus water. Water, you should know, right? Water is just H2O. Okay, let us balance the equation. So we normally start off with the most complicated formula. So in our case, our most complicated formula should be MgCl2. Okay, so if you notice over here, I have 2 chloride ion. To balance up the 2 chloride ion, I will need to have 2 on this left-hand side of the equation for HCl. So what I do is I put a 2 next to HCl. Okay, and then you can double check in terms of the number of each of the atom. I have Mg, 1 and 1 Mg, 1 oxygen and 1 oxygen over here. For this, it means that I've got 2 of hydrogen, and I've got 2 of hydrogen from water. Then I've got 2 Cl, and then I've got 2 Cl here. So this is the balanced chemical equation. I will need to write down what is the state symbol as well. Okay, so when we look at here, it says a piece, right? It says a piece, and then it says over here, this is aqueous magnesium chloride. So how can I make use of this information? Okay, for a piece, it should be solid state. Hydrochloric acid is, for all acids, it must always be dissolved in water. So anything that is dissolved in water, it is in the aqueous state, right? So for acids, they are all aqueous states. For magnesium chloride, it's written that it's aqueous, so it's AQ as well. For water is liquid. Okay, so let us write down our final equation. It is going to be, so it is MgO solid. Okay, let me write this properly. Okay, so it is MgO solid plus 2HCl equals, I get MgCl2 equals plus H2O liquid. Alright, so this is how I do part A.